Sculptures of modern trends in Indian art is our today's topic. First of all, we will be learning about the sculpture done by Ravi Devi Prasad Roy Chaudhary. He was one of the most talented and multifaceted artists India ever produced. He was the master of anatomy. He was genius both in painting and sculpture. As a sculptor, he excelled in casting rather than carving. He was at ease in using clay, plaster of Paris, bronze, and bronze casting. This is the sculpture which you could see at India Gate near outside the lawns of National Modern Gallery. This outstanding bronze sculpture of male figure will ever remain an unparalleled example of sculpture. Here, 4 men are shown engaged in the formidable task of moving a massive rock with the help of the wooden logs. So they are the laborers, they are musculars and seems to be straining with all their might to remove the heavy load. Their only head is covered, that is the only protection from the heat, and theme is conveyed in powerful manner. The idea of Trump showing that though combined effects and will, the greatest of the hurdle can be easily removed. Now the second sculpture is made of Ram Kinkar Vaidya. He is a rare example of an artist who rose to greatness by sheer will force and dedication. He was born in 1910 in a poor family of Bankura. He maintained himself in the college by illustrating books and selling his paintings. Even whenever he could, many of his artist creations have been inspired by the lifestyle of the rural Adivasis, communities living in and around his place of work, that is Shantiniketan. His sculptures or paintings all bear his personal stamp in style and execution. He draw or built as he felt. Ram Kinkar belonged to the tribe of West Bengal. He studied at Shantiniketan. His sculptures are best known for the rough texture and bold handling. Themes are generally dealt with the lives of the people among whom he grew up. This is the sculpture of a Santhal family. They are migrating. They have their belongings with them. Here is a dog, is also accompanying them. The family, the wife, man, child, they all are migrating. So this sculpture is based on the social theme on the labor migration. Third sculpture we will be learning, that is made by Amarnath Sehgal, and he was a noted Indian modernist sculptor, painter, poet and art educator. He started his career as an engineer in Lahore and later turned to art. He shifted to Delhi after partition and settled in Delhi, and for some time he was an art teacher in the modern school also. He reacted strongly to the sufferings of man in the modern times. The lack of love and compassion in society moved him greatly. He felt that the work of an artist is to be a link between himself and society. He feels that it is the responsibility of an artist towards the society from which he receives artistic inspiration. He believed that an artist with his brush and chisel can spread the message of love and care for the underprivileged section of society. Actually, all the artists, they have used their different medium to support the theme of their artwork. So here, he has used the bronze and made the very thin figures of a family, of a man, woman and a child. Their hands are raised because they are asking help from the Almighty. Next sculpture is about Ganesha, that is done by P.V. Janaki Ram. He was born in Chennai and he's got his degree in fine arts. The body and face mask of the deity in the south, made of beaten silver, gave Janki Ram the idea of using beaten metal, plate, or copper sheet to create his two-dimensional pictorial sculptures by hammering concave surfaces to serve his style. So this is very well evident in this sculpture. See, the face of the Ganesha is made with the beaten sheet. Lot of wire work is done to decorate the image of the Lord Ganesha. Metal sheet, iron rods are used. Ganesha in oxidized copper is one of the best example of this technique. And here the Ganesha is shown standing. He has a sitar in one of his hand, gada in one his hand, flower in one his hand, and this composition is very well balanced on one leg. This is a frontal. Smoothness of surface and ornamentation are some of its unique features. There is a movement in the dancing posture. Color is shown, which gives it a religious touch. Akka Yadagiri Rao is a renowned sculptor and a skillful carver. He is the only sculptor of Telangana state who did several state-sponsored commissions of great socio-political importance. The sculptor has tried to show dynamism in stone through his artwork, that is Chaturmukhi. This is a sculpture which is depicting the life cycle of a woman, and it is a solid block of the stone which is carved. If you could see here, you can see this is the crown, this is the eyes, here is the mouth, and this is the chin part. And if you could focus here, you could see the family life of a female. Here is a male, female, and a child is shown here. And the other part also, the other aspects of his lives are shown. The other side, a male whose hands are folded in bud shape are depicted. This sculpture is a representation of a different feminine aspects of women. This is an abstract sculpture made in geometrical form on square flat. He has used specific style of representing contour lines. Texture of the surface is not very smooth, but linear quality of carving is superb. This is a good representation of spiritual essence, though title, symbol and form. This is a new included sculpture in our study. This is done by Mrinali Mukherjee, and her primary focus was on the medium of dyed and woven hemp. With a very economic medium, Mukherjee became a unique voice in contemporary Indian art which broke boundaries of content, form and material. She broke free of the established religious forms and the prevalent modernist trend of sculpture. This is a sculpture of knotted rope. Vanshri is suggestive of a figure of a tribal goddess. It is amazing that manually made knots in rope as the base of her sculptures could result in such extravagant sacred symbols. This is a unique artifact sculpture prepared through weaving and making knots. Vanshri is known as a goddess of production. This is in hanging forms installed in Nature Mortar, New Delhi. Here she has blended art and craft together for her sculpture. Vanshri, woven painstakingly with yellow and mauve strings, has a face of woman with eyes sunken in and bulging out lips, with an umbrella above her head. She sits grandly upon a golden throne. The whole expansion of her body, with a vague idea of limbs and upper and lower body parts, is formed with a knotted drape. The knotted surface swells and contracts with a natural and easy flow of movement in 3 dimensions. The medium imparts a vast variety in texture and form which leads a natural flow of rhythmic